And when you shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. Now what is the desolation of abomination? It's the Antichrist standing in Jerusalem where he ought not. So we're talking about spiritual armies here, okay? Let that settle into your mind. It's not the same as back in verse 9 where you hear wars and rumors of wars and blah, blah, blah. Okay? You have to account the spiritual in with this. I don't know, what kind of a spiritual warrior are you? Do they scare you to death if they even show up? Some negative thought, do you not know how to handle it? Nip it in the bud. Okay. Put a stop to it. You're a child of God. Don't put up with junk. Okay. Let other people handle the junk. You're too busy to do that. Okay. Take care of business. Let God be God, and we'll take. So here we see the spiritual influence begin to move in. 21. Then let them which are in the Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries enter thereinto. It's not a very good place unless you have to go. All right? Many are going to be delivered up before the Spirit of Messiah. That's for sure. But you know, when the spiritual aspects of the 13th chapter of Mark, the 24th chapter of Matthew, and this 21st chapter of Luke, and many other places, when it begins to transpire, you must think both physically and spiritually, practicing that patience. Within that, you possess your soul, your credibility, how much God can count on you. And God likes a force, a strength, when one draws that strength from Him. Don't ever forget that. 22, why we came here. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. I mean, that's the end. And you know something? If it's written, you can count on it. It's going to come to pass. Is not only going to come to pass, it's going to come to pass exactly as it's written. The question is, have you read it? Are you familiar with it? Then that's why we all continue to study. Nobody knows 100% of God's Word. That's why we must refresh. And He recognizes that fact that you enjoy studying, and He blesses you with knowledge, wisdom, and even patience to know that He's in charge, He's in control. I trust Him. I hope you do. He knows what He's doing. Sometimes we don't, okay? Totally. But He knows totally what He is doing. And He's bringing it all to this place right here, where that all things shall be fulfilled at that time. Many of you are familiar with